It is already elk season and I cannot believe it. We're back in the mountains of Colorado. Brand new area we've never hunted. Josh is coming out here tonight and we're looking to have a fantastic hunt. Black bear, that's cool. He's only 100 yards away. I'm an hour and a half into the hunt and I just saw a big shooter 6x6. Really nice bull. He was right down below me. I'm working up this hill behind me in the shadows here, and I've been looking on this opposite hillside that's in the sun and a little bit down in the shade down below, but I don't know if he was down a little bit lower where I couldn't see him or if I just totally missed him, but totally busted that bull out of here, and he went over that ridge and down into that next canyon. But man, a really nice bull, solo. Didn't see any other cows or other bulls or anything else, so I probably could have had really good chances of getting on him this morning, but that's just the way it goes. At least I know there's elk in here. So cool. 30 yards, he just popped out of nowhere. I was going up to this pond to see if there's elk sign, and he was going up there to cool off a little bit. That was pretty cool footage. I've never been that close to a black bear before, I don't think. And I thought about buying a tag before I came out here. I was on the fence about it and decided to just focus on elk, and I could have easily shot that thing. Color flays, probably a medium-sized bear, but nothing big by any means. But I've never shot a bear before, but such a cool encounter regardless, and he walked off the other way. So that's 3 bears this morning. I've seen a lot of them back in here.
Well folks, I am back in the mountains of Colorado chasing elk. Micah got here late last night. I'm going to go check out this area and see if I can find any elk before it gets dark, and then I will meet up with him this evening. Follow along and let's see what we can find. These are the first droppings I've seen. Walked about 2.5 miles so far. Not a lot of elk sign here. One of the biggest parts of elk hunting is not just figuring out where the elk are, but figuring out where they are not, because that helps you figure out where they are. So, well, I sat down for a second to eat my orange, and I found the elk, but they're all on the private right now. But I'm almost sure of it that they had to have come off the public. They're in a meadow at least a mile away, southwest of me. I'm gonna try to zoom in so you guys can see this, but there's a bunch of them out there. They had to have come off the mountain on the public. So if Mike hasn't seen anything, that is where we're gonna be tomorrow morning, because there is a bunch of them. Well folks, Micah and I are finally back together for another hunt. We've been waiting to hunt elk together for quite a while, since 2020. We both had great success last year, but we got some elk spotted from yesterday evening, and we think we can make a play on them as long as they're gonna move into the forest. So we're gonna hike up about a mile up the hill. It's only about 5:30 right now, so we should get there well before light, and hopefully we hear some bugles and find some bulls. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go, man. Was that a bugle? Was it? I think so. Mike and I hiked up to the top of this mountain on the backside of the meadow that I saw all the elk last night. They're feeding in the meadow right now, working their way up the draw. Our kind of plan for today is just kind of watch, see where they go, see if we can make a move on them once they get onto the forest. There's a bunch of them down there. There's a ton. We already got elk bugling. That's a good sign. Now we just have to get them on our side of the fence. I can see it. How's it look? looks big. There's 3 bulls. They're all bachelor together. They're like almost straight north of us. They're kind of in the shade, but on an open hillside. I could barely tell that they're bulls, but the 2 were fighting, so that's how I know. The one is standing in the sun right now. You can see his rack pretty good.
What, younger 4 or 5 points?
Yeah. These 3 bulls down here in this meadow, they were all huge. They had to be over 300 inches. I don't think they're gonna leave that meadow though. Like, they were walking so slow. I think they know it's safe there. Like, this isn't those bulls' first rodeo. They know where it's safe. Calling is not my forte, but I told Mike if there's a place to practice, this is it before we get too close to him. Just gonna try to throw out a semi-okay locator bugle, see if we can get a response. Responded to me.
Yeah.
I can't.
I can't.
Mike and I just made a loop on the edge of this mountain, right on the edge of the national forest. We bugled a couple times, but didn't come up with any responses, so we're just gonna make a big loop, get back to the truck, drive all the way around to the north side, and see if we can come in from that north side where we saw a lot of those elk this morning. Just made it around to the other side of the mountain. We don't want to put too much pressure on these elk. We didn't see any other hunters up this entire road, so we're just going to work our way down, kind of stay on the outside fringes, see what kind of sign we see how far they worked up west, up the draw, and then we'll probably come back, try to find a spot low down in the creek, or if there's a wallow, and just set up on that for the afternoon until we get into the evening when they're back on their feet. We don't want to go in their bedding area and push them out of there. It's really dry, it's really loud. That's the last thing we want to do. So we're going to try to be a little bit cautious, yet still aggressive if we need to be. We just heard a bull bugle right down below. He's not very far. We're going to try to get down there, but going to try to be quiet and super loud in here. We're just slipping in on this bull and looked over. Saw a nice muley shed. Big 2s on it, probably my biggest one ever. That's awesome. Now you just need to find the brown elk antlers on their head. Yeah, on their head. Put an arrow through them. I hate to give up our location call right now. Let's just wait for like 5 minutes. That's what was bugling?
No.
I don't think so either.
No, it sounded a lot older than a spike.
That's what I thought. There's gotta be more elk than those around. Good thing we decided to sit here. Holy smokes. We would have walked off and never seen those. There's 60 yards to the other side of that meadow. That was pretty awesome. Well, for about the last hour, we've heard elk non-stop bugling and cow mews, just right across the border of what we can hunt. They were coming our direction. They thought we were gonna get them to come right up through here, and then they kind of turned and slowly started working away. I gave a few cow-calf mews, and didn't seem to help any, so we're just gonna work our way down towards the border and kind of go around the edge, use the drain to our advantage. Hopefully as the sun continues to fall, then maybe we can catch one on our side.
Yeah, he's right in that open. That cow right through there. I think we gotta keep getting up further. Yeah. There's the bolt left. 50 yards left. Call at him. He's right there. He's walking down the hill. David busted us. Our wind was good, but they must have seen us over here. Yeah. I've never been in so many elk in my life. That cow was huge. You think this is a different herd than what was up here, or do you think they swung around? This is different than what we heard before. I would think so. Yeah. I think in areas like this, we can call them in more than we think. I think like we're right. Used to calling, spooking them. But I think we can call them in. I think you're right. I set the record for the most elk spooked in one evening. That way now, that's why. There's almost too many. It's my first full day for Mike and I here in Colorado. And I think it's safe to say that I saw more elk today than I've ever seen in a single day of my life. We saw so many elk, it was ridiculous. I think I maybe got a little bit too aggressive when we were working that last hillside. I had no idea there was going to be that many elk on it, and the wind was so shifty. We definitely boogered some out of there, but I think with the base down there being private, kind of acting as a sanctuary for them, I think it's going to keep all these elk in this basin, and potentially it might spread them out a little bit more up onto the forest here, where we can actually hunt them. So time will tell, we will see, but we've got a good game plan for the morning. Mike is going to be carrying the bow tomorrow. I'll be running the camera, so we'll see what we can find. We've been hiking through these areas this morning, just letting out locator bugles every now and then, and haven't heard anything. We did sit here for a little bit, did some cow mews, and we're pretty sure we heard a cow up on the private, not too far away, but we're just gonna keep working this timber. Just across this fence, there's a major elk party going on about 22 hours ago. And now we can't find them anywhere. They've got to be somewhere, so we're still looking. We came back up to this really high glassing knob where we sat yesterday morning and saw those elk knobs at the hillside.
Mike is crawling up the tree and glassing from there to check out the field down here. The trees are too tall right in front of us, so we can't see it, but that's where all those elk came out last night. Did just see a couple elk a couple miles away over on private, but those are the first elk we've seen today. So, but a pretty slow day relative to yesterday. At least 44 of them. 44 there, 28 here. That's almost all of them. I'm sure there's more we can't see. That's got to be the whole group. They were bedded on the south side all day. Who knows how far they went in, but the majority of that is public, so we need to be back here tomorrow morning for sure. Who knows where they'll go. This is our best chance of finding out where they go, though, because we walked that whole north side, whole west side today, didn't see anything. Had to sit up here this evening in glass before we even saw them.
After not seeing any elk or hearing any elk at all until closer to 6 p.m., we ended up seeing 86 from this hilltop tonight. So really good sign. A lot of them are still in the private, but we're just learning this area more and more as the days go on. So we're going to be back up on this high glass knob tomorrow morning at first light, try to get eyes on as many elk as we can and just kind of see where they go, see where they bed down for the day, and then make a move after that.
Looking at the map, I think a lot of them are going to bed right on that edge of that public-private boundary. I think quite a few will trickle onto the public, but it's going to be tricky because the wind is going to want to switch up, blowing uphill, and uphill is mostly on private. Well, we might not be the only hunters to ever glass on this ridge, but I bet we're the only ones to ever climb these trees to glass. Let's eat some breakfast.
Look at him go.
Just one, ain't it?
No, there's two.
I'm just saying, but we've watched that wallow one evening and one morning. We've seen elk there both times. That's impressive. If we couldn't glass from this vantage, we would walk that ridge. We would have done it this morning and yesterday morning, and so far not seen an elk. And then probably decided that the elk aren't here anymore, we need to leave, go somewhere else. It's a good thing we found this vantage point because there's at least 54 elk that are going to bed on the public, hopefully. And we're probably going to be able to get in range and get in position, I hope. Mike and I made it up to the glassing hill this morning. We found the elk out in the meadow. We saw where they bed, so we've got a good plan. We think they're bedded on the public. We're going to go back to the trucks. We're going to circle all the way down on the road, come around on the other side, and we have a pretty good plan in place for this evening. As long as we can keep our wind in our favor, blowing in our direction, I think we should have a pretty good odds of getting an opportunity this evening. We just made it to this hill. We're going to go just a couple hundred yards, see if we can get on the back side of it, see if we can glass into that hillside at all. It's all timber, so we're probably not going to be able to see anything, but we're going to hang out there, just see what the wind's doing, see if we hear anything, any bugles, eat some lunch, then we'll circle around for this afternoon and this evening. See any trees to climb?
Plenty of them.
We're at the intersection of two creeks coming together. Our wind is going up behind us. We've got a bedding area here and a bedding area over here, and we're not sure which side the bull or the elk in general are on. Little chicken and rice for lunch. I've seen two so far. Not a bull. Mike and I are trying to decide if there's more elk to the east or more to the west, but we'll make a decision if we're gonna both go west or if we're gonna split up, one east and one west. So we just made it back to the truck, and Mike and I both decided that our best case scenario is that we both split up. We're gonna double our odds. We really don't know where exactly these elk are. They could be west, they could be east. Our wind seems to be good, both blowing from north to south. So Mike is gonna head to the east side, I'm gonna head to the west side, and maybe we'll get lucky.
See what happens.
Yep.
We're gonna see some elk tonight, I'm pretty sure. I'm confident in that at least.
We're gonna see some elk, that's for sure. There's only about 50 of them back here.
Right, let's go get them.
Let's get them.
I've made it to the edge of this aspen stand. It's a really nice opening. I can see all the way across. So a lot of sign in here. I can smell elk. Josh is about a half mile to the west. We're kind of pinned right in between this herd. He's on the west side, I'm on the east side. Hoping to get an opportunity tonight. We're fired up. Slipping up to where those other elk were. There's a nice bull, nice 5x5 at 75 yards. I didn't even see him. I was so focused on the rest of the elk. He was a little bit closer than them and got him behind some brush, and he saw me and kind of spooked back, but I think they're making a loop. It sounds like I can hear them in the woods breaking branches and stuff, so I think they're making a loop all the way around and gonna maybe still come out to this field this evening. So I'm gonna head over here to where we saw some a couple hours ago to the west. I know there's a lot more elk in here. I only saw like 5 or 6. There's a lot more, so I still have an hour and a half left of daylight too. Just spotted 2 cows and a calf right up on top of this hill. My wind's coming down. I bet there's more up there. I'm gonna try to slowly sneak closer in case a bull comes out.
What'd you see?
Saw 12.
12.
What'd you see?
Nothing.
0?
0.
You didn't hear any?
Not a peep. I heard one bugle, but I think it was you. Did you bugle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
Where did the ones you see come from?
Not the ridge that I was on, but the one to the east.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Bulls?
I saw a spike, 5x5, and the rest were cows and calves.
5x5, huh?
75 yards.
Dang. From you?
Yeah. Right on the property line though.
Dang.
So I wouldn't have shot him.
North fence or east fence?
The north one.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I heard 3 bugles, and they were all like way north of me. Like I could barely hear them.
Really?
And that road's like half a mile from me north.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was because they were down in the bottom in thick trees and I couldn't hear them as well, or if they're north of the road. I don't know.
Huh. You think that's where the whole group went? Maybe?
Not the whole group, but some of them. It was like the last one I heard, which I'm pretty sure it was probably over the road, was the one I heard the other day. It was like really deep and growly.
Really?
And I don't know if that's that big bull with all those cows or not, but
hard saying.
yeah.
That's interesting. Yesterday morning, Mike and I saw 2 bulls out in this meadow right in front of us. We're set up on the wallow right now.
Well, no elk. First fresh wallow we've seen all trip, so we had to give it a try. Sat here for about 4 hours or so. Didn't see or hear anything, so we're just gonna head up the mountain and see if we can run into some elk. It is 2:54. We've not seen an elk today. There's a big one over there too. We just made about a 3-mile loop. Saw a bunch of giant rubs on the north side, but really not any super fresh sign. So we've got about an hour and a half of daylight. We're running over here to the north side of the private where I sat yesterday and had a couple close encounters, and see what we find over there tonight.
North side of the private on the public.
On the public. North side of the private.
Yeah.
North of the private.
Yes.
On the public land.
Yes.
Because we don't have permission on private.
That's right. We wish we did.
That would be cool.
We'd shoot some giant elk if we did.
I think it would be tough.
I think you're right.
I think it'd be really tough after what I did last night and still couldn't really get that close.
I bet we'd get it done. I bet we'd get it done anyway.
Bigger herd that ran away last night. There had been 10 of them last night there. We're gonna split up here. All these elk were coming out in different places last night, so Josh is gonna go up on top of the hill. I'm gonna stay down here at the bottom and hopefully increase our odds. Too high. I held high with my pin, and I think I just aimed a little bit too high. He might have ducked a couple inches, but left and right looked perfect. It was just high. I'm gonna need a miracle on this one. Well, it's been about an hour now since the shot. I was able to review the footage, downloaded it from my GoPro to my phone, and I can barely see where I hit. I can just barely see it zoomed in that far on the GoPro, but it's pretty much right where I thought it was. It's high. Left and right is perfect, but it's high. I ranged where he was standing, and it was 5 yards closer than what I thought, so I shouldn't have aimed as high as I did. Just misjudged it. I ranged a couple bushes and stuff before he came down, and I thought he was right above one of the bushes I ranged, but he's actually below it. So, just mental error, and he ducked a little bit too at the sound of the bow, but that arrow should honestly, I'm hoping he's laying over there dead 60 yards from where I shot him. If I got double long, high long, so we'll just have to see. I'm gonna wait for Josh. He's up the hill behind me hunting. We're getting close to the last light here, so when he comes down, we'll just take a look and see if there's any blood. It's a shot we've been working for all year long. And I screwed it up. That's bow hunting sometimes. Hopefully he's either dead right up there, or survives and lives just fine. One or the other. That's what I'm hoping for. We're standing right here. I was kneeling here, next to this tall grass. There's a hoof mark. It's right here. It's pretty dark. There's some in the grass. That's pretty dark blood. It's very dark blood. He's not losing much blood. No, not full. He looked straight up from where I was aiming. Yeah. I mean, it's super dark. Yeah, it is. It's very dark. So based on what I've seen so far, I think it is above spine and is just muscle. It's potential. Yeah, that's possible. I think it hit bone. Above the spine? Yeah. And that's what stopped it. It didn't go in very far at all. How thick is from the top of the fur hide to the top of the spine? Like 5 inches? 8 inches. It's 8. It's a lot. I didn't really pay attention to it when I skinned mine. 6, 7, 8 is what I would say. Yeah. That's definitely possible. Well, we're back at camp now. We looked for blood for, I'm not sure, an hour or two maybe. Went about 200 yards and very, very, very sparse blood. And just got my computer out, dumped the GoPro footage on it, and was able to really zoom in. And you can tell the shot's above the spine, like super, super high, higher than I even thought it was. And at this point, we're pretty sure the bull's going to survive. But we're going to go back in the morning and just be really diligent and try to look for more blood and do body search and just try to gain as much intel as possible and make sure for sure that we're confident that he's going to survive. But at this point, I mean, I barely got any penetration at all. The arrow looks well above the spine, just in the back strap, which is not a lethal shot at all. So that's the conclusion for tonight. It's a bummer, but I'm actually pretty glad that I'm confident that he's going to survive, which is honestly a pretty big relief. That's cool. It might go straight west. Look at them all covered in mud. Nope, it's a spork. It's a combination between a spike and a fork. It's a sporky.
I don't even think he wasn't in a
Look at, there's another spike.
It was like a kicker.
I'm pretty sure oh, there he is. I didn't even see him in the shadows.
Sneaky.
Oh, look at him. Man, I wouldn't think he would split off from that whole group, would you? I can't imagine all the cows going to bed on one side of the meadow and him bedding on a complete other with maybe one cow, but I don't know, did they do that?
I don't know.
I'm just a novice elk hunter is all I am. I have no idea. So. They're not whitetail, I know that. So Mike and I came back down the hill to look for his elk this morning, and from this parking lot where the trucks are at, we can see
a good majority of the meadow where these elk have been coming out. So we got here right at first light and didn't see any elk right away, but saw the herd that we saw, I believe, 2 nights ago on the west end of the meadow. There's about 28 cows, calves, spikes, and 1 bull. I'm not sure if we'll go after them or not, but we're gonna get back on Micah's blood trail and see how far we can follow it. We really don't think that bull is dead, but we're gonna do everything we can to make sure that he isn't. So let's go head up the trail and see what we find.
We searched for blood, hands and knees, for a little while from where we left it yesterday, and only went a couple more feet and just couldn't find any more. It's just tiny, tiny specks. So grid searched after that, this whole ridge line where he was headed, and didn't find any sign of any blood or the arrow or anything. And I'm extremely confident that the arrow just hit above the spine. It was just too high and just caught the back strap, and that bull's gonna be fine, and he's alive right now, and I didn't kill him. So unfortunate, but I'm pretty thankful that I have full confidence that he's gonna be okay and live another day. So we're gonna head to a new spot. Josh is up for the rest of the day, and looking forward to the rest of the day.
We explored a lot of the unit driving on the roads just to get a good feel of how many muzzleloader hunters and how many other archery hunters are out here. Honestly, there's quite a few. And so we landed on this spot just kind of by happenstance. This was one of the only places where we could park where there was not a hunter already parked there. This is absolutely nothing like I imagined this to be. This grass should be so much greener than this.
Pretty toasty.
It's warm. We're not gonna be saying that when it's freaking raining 10 inches on our head.
38 degrees.
That's a wallow. There's a bull, not an elk. A cow bull.
A cow bull? What's that? That doesn't make any sense.
Beef bull.
A beef bull?
Beef bull. That's a bull. Elk don't like cows.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. Dead elk.
They're here. They were.
They were. That one was.
That one was. Might have been the only one.
Was that a hunter? That was a long delay. It sounded like it was way up top there, closer to that other road. Yeah, that had to be a hunter. If that was an elk, it would have bugled a lot faster. That must mean mine kind of sounds like an elk if you were saying. It sounded really good. He's probably fired up because he finally heard a bugle. sounds like an elk. It's on the other side.
Is that him?
Yeah, I think so. Or another bull. That wasn't a hunter. He was up higher.
You want to see what we're doing? Just real quick.
We got a bull bugling across this drainage right here. Mike and I are working our way down. We're trying to just follow him, hopefully get ahead of him. Trying to keep our wind right. This is the most bugling action we've heard the whole trip, so we're hoping we can capitalize on it.
Sounds like he's up higher.
Yeah, he's getting up higher.
Yeah, he's quite a bit higher.
We gotta get down and over.
That sounds like there's two bulls over there.
There's another one in the middle, it sounds like.
There's one on the left and one on the right.
I feel like they're going right. That's why I'm working this way.
Okay.
Is that what you think?
I don't know.
It's hard to say. They were further down, but
Yeah, you're right.
do need to keep pushing up, though. We're getting close to where we heard these bulls bugle. I think they're working up and to the right, so that's the same direction we're headed. Wind's still coming down, so hopefully we keep that in our favor. It's from today. Which way is it going? We hear some right on the other side of this deadfall. Probably not more than 75 yards. Oh, right here, right here. Spike 25. He saw us. Didn't really spook. He kind of turned and went back towards the group. There's a lot more elk down there. We just heard a bugle just a couple hundred yards up parallel with us on this ridge. Our wind's going up. He sounds big. There's another one. He's up in over.
That one there, that's money.
Yeah, heck yes. Blood. That is awesome. How about that, huh? That's a great bull.
Look at that exit on that second shot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh man.
Holy cow, look at blood on the log up there. Yeah, see, he was right there, falling all the way. That's what I heard. It's him falling with his hair all the way down his log.
Wow. Great shooting.
Holy cow.
Great shooting. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Great shot. Great shooting. That is fantastic.
That's crazy that we haven't seen any other elk hunters all week, and crazy we were working the same bull.
Yeah.
We're
That's
the
nuts.
same way.
Yeah, he's like the first guy to do
Oh, man. Holy cow. Yeah, he's no monster, but I'm happy.
Oh man, you should be tickled
I'm
pink.
super happy for
That
the,
is a great
for the work
bull.
we put in this week.
Yes. That is awesome.
We've got some work ahead of us. Now the good news is
We're not that far from the road.
it's not bad. There's a meadow right here.
Yeah.
Runs all the way to the top.
Yeah.
So if we can get him to that, that'll be the easiest way to get him out of
Yeah, absolutely. I told Mike, I was like, this is good. He keeps working towards the road.
Yeah. Ease him up there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Man, what a good bull.
You can tell he's been tearing up trees, that's for sure.
Oh man, he's been after. He's all muddy, all on his butt. He's been
Oh,
wallowing.
that's awesome.
Heck
Gosh,
yeah.
they're such big animals, aren't they?
They are a whole lot bigger than when you get to
Well, we've been chasing this bull the last couple miles down this ridge line and bumped into these guys and Wyatt and Levi. And Levi put 2 perfect arrows on this bull. I'm not sure he made it 75 yards down the hill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Sorry to take
again.
him from
No,
you. But
you're
sorry,
good,
not
man.
sorry.
I'm proud of you. That's awesome. You've been here since opening day and
Yeah.
you got a great mature bull. So that is
There's-
fantastic.
There's a lot of bulls in this country, but this one's mine.
No, it's wonderful. So, no, he gave us some good pointers on a meadow further down, so we're probably going to set up on that the next few days. But for now, we're going to help you guys
Yep.
pack them out. So,
You bet, man. Appreciate it
absolutely, this is awesome.
for sure.
I'm glad we stumbled up on you.
Absolutely.
We would have walked through and been like, "Where'd they go?"
Just follow the blood.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. We're like, "There's a piece of toilet paper. Oh, there's blood, huh? That's not a good sign."
You're right.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Well, let's get our hands dirty, huh?
You bet.
Very nice bull. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Got her all packed up.
Yep.
We're gonna hit the trail before the rain comes. Just in time for the rain, huh?
just right.
This is just enough rain to keep us cool, though.
Right.
Well, Mike and I just got done helping pack out Levi's bull with his son Wyatt. And, to be honest, I am so happy that they got that bull and we didn't. Like, they are just super genuine people, very, very nice. They're just camped right up the road here and offered for us to come into his camper and clean up, shower this evening, gave us some great pointers of what he's been seeing. Says he's been seeing some giant bulls. He said that was one of the smallest bulls that he has seen here. So I think with this rain coming in and the weather changing quite a bit, I think we've got a lot of great things ahead of us, but I'm just really thankful it worked out the way it did and that we didn't mess it up for him or vice versa. It just worked out perfectly. If we would have been up there a minute sooner, I think we would have spooked that bull or would have made it so that he didn't have a shot. So I'm just really thankful it worked out the way it did, and congratulations, Levi. So Mike and I are gonna go get after it. We need to eat some food and we're gonna see if we can find some of these bulls. So Levi gave us a tip. There's a wallow right over here that has a ton of activity on it. Said he's been sitting right here in this exact spot and he's seen elk come out in this meadow almost every day. So with the front coming through, the wind's a little bit swirly, but we're gonna sit here, eat some lunch, maybe move on from here, but it's good to know there's a lot of elk coming to this meadow and it's definitely gonna change the way we hunt over these next few days this week.
It's raining. First rain we see. We think it's a good thing because it is so incredibly dry here. This is gonna give us the ability to still hunt through the trees when the elk are not talking. So, should be a good thing. Got a lot of rain in the forecast for the rest of our hunt. But we've got 5 full more days starting tomorrow. So we got the best yet to come.
We're sitting here on this meadow. Bull's just starting to rip it off down here. The other end of the meadow, we're gonna go get him.
Straight down. Sounded more that way, didn't it?
I don't know. Sounded a long ways away. How's our wind?
Straight down. Just keep going down. We'll slow it down. Yeah, you hear him? Did you hear that? Which one? I just hit this middle. What do you think? Is that a board? No. I couldn't touch his hot spot. 30 yards. 30 yards. I have no idea where I hit him. It felt good, but maybe just...
Did you hit him?
Yeah. I heard it hit. I thought he stumbled and fell right here.
I thought you did. Like right up there.
He must have saw us. My pins were on him good. There was a branch right across his vitals. So I held just a little bit back. But not guts. Like back lungs.
Like you hit him good.
It felt
You
good.
hit the body.
I hit the body, yeah.
Okay. It sounded good. How far was he? Like 25, 30?
I figured 25.
Yeah. He was right there.
I can't believe that just happened. Dude, that was a good bull.
That was awesome. That was insane. That's what we've been waiting for all week, dude.
I'm just nervous, like I couldn't see exactly where it hit. You know?
It looked like he stumbled and fell over like right there.
I thought it was right here.
Somewhere right in here.
I hate to like lose this spot because I want to like look for blood, but
And then he went that way, didn't he?
I don't know. I didn't hear him crash or anything, but I was running too. Dude, did that just happen?
I sure hope so.
Did that just happen?
That was insane. Dude, I think that was cows. I think we got right in between the cows.
We got it right in between the cows and the bull.
That's perfect.
I thought he was gonna come right in front of us. I was gonna shoot him right in the throat.
He was about to, but he saw us. I can't believe he saw us.
I can't believe he did either.
I don't know what he picked out.
You got reflective wraps, which are pretty good.
Yeah. The arrow didn't go through, I don't think.
No. You'd see it by now.
I'm pretty sure he fell like right up here, didn't he?
Somewhere around there.
Missed him clean.
What? No way.
I'm not sure how that happened. It must have hit the branch.
He must have hit the branch.
It must have hit something that didn't feel off. I almost can't believe
so
that.
Good.
I almost can't believe that. Dang. I'm not sure how that happened.
You had to hit a branch.
I don't know. I must have.
There's no other way it would have missed it that close.
Better than wounding him, I guess.
Big time. Dang it.
I quite honestly can't believe that happened. I guess it's better finding it like this and covered in green.
Yeah, I would say so.
Dang. Never had an elk that big walking straight at me.
Dude, we'll have it again. We have 4 more days. We'll get him.
Man, I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to, like, I can vividly see how everything was. And I remember, like, I was at full draw. He mewed. He stopped. And I remember that branch was right across, like, right in the crease where it needed to be. And I was like, I'm going to put my 20 right on the bottom right side of that branch, which was like back lungs. And I remember I put the finger on the trigger really quick, and I did punch the shot, but it felt like that arrow should have went right there. It must have hit something. I wish we knew. Maybe we can see it in the video clearer.
Yeah, we can put it on the computer.
I mean, there are some lines where it probably hit the edge of a tree or something, or some leaves or whatever, but no blood, nothing.
Everything happens for a reason.
It does. It does. This reason is that we got 5 more days to hunt. God wants us to hunt all 5 of those days.
Gotta enjoy his creation as much as we can.
We're doing it, man.
Dude, this place is awesome.
I just want to say, can you believe how that worked out?
That was like something I've dreamt of for as long as I've been elk hunting.
God had this happen on purpose, you know? Wow.
Today's been crazy.
Wow. Well, I could be mad or sad, but I'm not sure what to be mad at, and I'm not really sad, I guess, because that was such an incredible experience. So I guess we'll just keep hunting.
Let's just keep hunting.
Holy smokes. This is elk hunting, my friend. Unbelievable. So Micah and I headed out this morning in a pouring rain. Got soaked wet, camera was wet, made it back to camp to dry off the camera. We did not want it getting destroyed or broken or anything like that. So made it back to camp, got it dried off. The rain let up just a little bit. When we were back at camp, we looked over the footage from last night, and man, we're just still kind of besides ourselves a little bit. But what we found was that the arrow was going on a perfect line. You know, my shot felt really, really good. And I had, you know, the camera angle to the right didn't look like there was much of a shooting window there. I had at least a basketball size shooting window from my perspective, at least from what I saw, and still have no idea what happened or what it hit, but it must have hit a branch, because you can see in the video it looks like the arrow veered left or low left, and then when we found the arrow it was quite a bit left, 40-50 yards behind where the bull was standing when I shot. So very, very disappointing, but we both talked about it, and if God wanted that bull to be dead, he would be dead. So it's just the way it is, and that means that there's better things ahead of us, or maybe that bull's for somebody else. So it is what it is. We're going to go out this afternoon now that the rain's cleared up a little bit, and the ground's quite a bit quieter now, so we're going to still hunt through and see if we can find where they're at and make a move. Mike is up to bat, so I'll be behind the camera. Let's see what we find. What you doing, Micah?
Rainy day, I do not have waterproof gloves. So I'm putting these rubber gloves on, but they're blue. Elk can see blue really well. So I'm putting my camo gloves over my waterproof latex gloves. So they're quiet and camo and waterproof. Perfect, right? Definitely not ideal. So if anybody has any recommendations for waterproof gloves for bow hunting, comment them down below, because I could really use a pair.
Been a slow day and no elk, but we're gonna keep grinding. Got two bulls bugelling back and forth down here. It's so foggy and dense in here. It sounded like they were really long ways away, but they're probably closer than we think, so just kind of getting the wind right. It's coming up, we're slowing down. Just trying to get in position. We still have plenty of daylight left. How's our wind still going up? Yeah, that way. Should go. There's one on the right. There's one over there. Yep. There's one to the right. There's one to the left. Right off that point. It sounds like right down in the bottom. That one's close, dude. That was up further. He was up top. Dude, that one's right on that hillside. Yeah, he's right on that hillside. Mike, he's going left. Micah, do you want to do that bugle? He's got a lot of cows. He's right in front of you. He's right in front of you. Cow call. That's good. Try another one. Bugle. He's kind of walking straight away. But he stopped. He's going left. He's going left. Can we get in front? Okay. Our wind is good. It's going up. Do you see the cows? I would start inching forward. Micah, they're right there. Our wind is good. There he is. If you need to move. He's going back right, I think. Our wind is good. They did not smell us, so just FYI. Oh, we need to go left. We need to go left. I heard him growl. I heard him growl down here. straight downwind. We need to go up. We need to go this way. Micah, right here. Let's go to him. Holy smokes.
That was insane.
That was insane. Can you believe that? Dude, that was so close. You could have shot any of them cows staying near. That bull's big.
That bull's huge.
Dude, when we were really close to those cows, when we went around the hill and you did the first bugle, he bugled back immediately. He was gonna come, but I think you challenged him right after that. And I think that shut him off. Yes. As soon as you did that, they all took off running. Like, I could hear him. Like, you bugled, he bugled, he was breaking branches coming here. You challenged, he ran. Yes. I'm about positive that's what happened. And once they wrapped around this hill...
I thought he was going up. I thought he was going up and away after he bugled.
No, he wasn't. He was coming right for
I
it.
couldn't see any of them. Well, I could hear him, but I couldn't see a thing.
Dude, I have got unbelievable footage of that.
You could actually see him.
Oh yeah, clear as day.
I could hardly see a thing. This last 20 minutes.
Unbelievable footage, dude.
Did you see him when I bugled?
I couldn't see him, but he was not far. He was right over the rise. But I could hear him coming. That you did that bugle perfect. I heard that and I was like, dude, he's coming. He bugled back and did that bugle like he was gonna come in. Started breaking branches. And when you ripped back immediately, it was a challenge and those cows took off running before he did.
Dang it.
And that's what pushed him. I about promise you.
Could have been.
That bugle that you did was perfect, dude. Like,
I didn't even know what it was. I just bugled out.
you did it. It was perfect. No, it was the raspy high and then a lot of rasp at the end. And dude, when he responded, you could tell he was pissed. But when you challenged, he's still going nuts.
He's trying to get his cows back together.
Dude, what an experience, man. That is unfreaking real. We're a long ways down in here.
I didn't even know where we are.
Dude, I was looking on the map. He literally, where we started, he went all the way down to that point before it gets real steep, rounded up all his cows and started pushing them up towards the meadow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Holy smokes, dude. That is amazing. That is amazing.
I guess I could have shot a cow. I wasn't even thinking of shooting a cow.
I wouldn't have.
I was trying to range a cow in case he came past, but I'm like, my rangefinder's not working. It's like 12,
because of the
14.
fog.
I'm like, why isn't it working?
The fog.
The fog. I didn't think of it soon enough.
Yeah.
I don't know how far he was. What, 45, 50 probably when he went through.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dude, he didn't have a shot.
I didn't have any shot. He ran through. That spike was at probably 25.
Yeah.
He was kind of behind some brush.
Yeah, and quarter and two and all that.
Yeah. I was hoping he was going to come up right where those were because they were coming right on past.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, dude. That was insane. Can you believe that? 2 nights in a row. Like, I'm shocked. Like, that was the whole herd. That was the herd bull. That was the herd. Those were the satellites. Like, no question.
Yeah.
And we followed them all the way down and halfway back up.
Micah,
What's up?
how far did that bull chase us from the truck?
I don't know. A long ways.
It was a super long ways. We got a couple miles yet back to camp, don't we?
Yeah. It's probably, I don't even know, what, a couple miles down?
It was all the way down.
Which is
And we got to go all the way back up.
That's elk hunting.
That's elk hunting. We love it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do it again tomorrow, hopefully. Maybe not that far down though. We'll come up
maybe not that
higher,
far down.
hopefully.
Maybe someday we'll get some sleep.
Not this trip, that's for sure.
Nope.
down there. We heard what sounded like the bull I missed, bugling just a couple 100 yards from camp this morning. We heard what sounded like the herd bull going back across the road, back the way he came from last night when we were hiking back up to camp.
That was definitely Chuckles. That might have been the herd bull too. He might have gone left. Or it's a different one. I think
you're right. It could be.
But yeah, there's one up here and one down here. They're not very far, dude. They're like right over the hill.
Let's get further down this hill. It's not far. Let's still circle up our wind. We should try it. I don't think it's gonna spook him. I would just stay back here, get a big stick, and make a bunch of noise. Right there, right on this bottom in front of that tree. Okay. Get my photo on. Do you see him? No. He was right at the top. Okay. I can see his rack and his whole body.
What did he do? Go over?
What's that?
Did he go over the top?
As soon as he started scraping, he ran right over the top. He looked right at you.
I had no idea where he was. I had no idea. He just told me to rake, so I started raking. I didn't know you could see him that well.
Yeah.
I thought he was like over the crest of the ridge.
He's spooked now.
He knows where.
I think so.
Really? Dang.
Our wind's going that way. Good. That was a good one. That might have been him.
That was a big bull.
That might have been him. I think he just saw us. I'm guessing.
Our wind feels good.
We're scalloped on this ridge top.
Yeah.
I was looking down in there. We were just too loud, I think, and he looked up. Nothing easy about bow hunting elk. It's like a needle in a haystack, man. You have footage of him?
Just a flash going through the trees. It looked like it could have been him. It was a big bull.
Yeah.
It was a big bull.
Yeah. I bet it was, being the same hillside and everything.
Yeah.
I wish we could see that fall in the video. That's a clean cut. This is what I hit the other night when I missed that bull. We're in the exact same spot. We looked where I shot, looked where he stood. This is what I hit. Deflected the arrow, missed the entire thing. Just thankful it didn't wound him. Clean cut right on there. Some claw scratchings on the tree. They're everywhere. This tree, that tree, back over there. Somebody's sharpening their claws and marking their territory. That's pretty deep too.
Josh. Bugle. I heard a bugle.
How far?
I thought it sounded like it was down there, but I had my hood on. It couldn't have been crazy far.
opposite direction of your camp. You don't know till you try. You've got a couple more days to get it done. We'll stay after it.
Pretty quiet this morning. Haven't seen or heard anything, but heard a couple different bugles late last night, so we're pretty confident they're somewhere in the area, just not talking this morning. Gonna go walk around a little bit, try to just be still and quiet, and hopefully catch some bugles later this morning.
We smell a bull on this ridge line. So Micah is sneaking up. I'm gonna stay back, break some branches as I work up and to the right as I cow call. See if we can pull him across into range.
That was awesome.
That was so cool.
So close. Sure enough, they just came straight up toward you, though. We were hoping they were over here. We're gonna come straight into me, but they were actually down a little bit further. Came, what, 15 yards from you, maybe?
They're
10 yards. Did you see the bull good?
I couldn't see a bull.
Oh, there's a nice bull right behind the cows.
No.
Nice. Not giant, but he was a real nice bull.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was probably 15 yards behind the cows. I could just see antler tips moving back and forth. He was a little bit further down the hill. That would have worked perfect if I was over there or whatever, but they came right towards you and a little bit downwind.
Yeah.
We just didn't know where they
We
were.
were thinking they were up here.
Yeah,
which is why I said
they were somewhere on this bench up here, but they were just down there a little bit lower.
Dude, that worked really good. Did I sound realistic?
Oh yeah. At first I thought you were a little loud, but I guess with the distance, it's like elk make a lot of noise. So
Make a lot of
dude,
noise.
they came right, like,
They came in on a string in like 2 seconds.
yeah. It was no
I
time.
thought I heard a mew. I was like, no,
Yeah.
that's a bird.
You started making noise in literally 10 seconds. I heard a stick break down here. I'm like, no way. And then they started mewing and coming up. That calf was the first one. I think there's a calf coming in.
Once I saw the calf,
Two
I was like,
cows.
oh my gosh, they're getting downwind. Like, I gotta get up behind it.
Yeah.
I started circling up, but they came too close. I didn't want them to see me.
I know. It's so thick in here though. I had one opening here, like tiny opening at like 28 was the farthest I could shoot max. And I mean, it's just thick in here, but yeah, that bull was probably, I saw him right through this gap. He was probably 40 yards through this gap.
Really?
I just couldn't, I could barely even see him, let alone shoot.
Man,
He was a solid bull though.
I bet it was
We
the
haven't
same
seen him
one.
before.
I bet it's the same one that we
It
split.
could have been. He wasn't huge or big by any means, but he was a good bull.
That was awesome.
We need to do that again.
Yeah, we do.
We're into another dark timber area. Josh just smelled some elk downhill from us, so we're gonna do another calling session. He's gonna go back up the hill, downwind of me, and do some cow calls and break some branches. We didn't get much footage, but a bull came in to the setup. It's about 50 yards, and I just rushed too much. I thought we had been calling for about 30 minutes or so, maybe not quite that long, but I was going to go over the hill and try it again. Stepped out, and the bull was staring right at me at 50 yards, blew out of here. Tried it again. 10 of them came up the hill behind Josh, downwind and spooked, so we've had 11 come in this setup. We're 100% 2 for 2 on these calling setups for the day, so we're going to go try it in some more spots. 2 big old muley bucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought they were elk
I
too.
just saw the black. I didn't see
They were really nice muleys.
Really?
Really nice.
Oh, man. I gotta get my camera away. It's getting soaked.
We've been chasing these elk and we can't find them, but stumbled on 2 really nice muley bucks in this downpour.
Just wrapped up another call-in session. Nothing came in this time, but ended up seeing 15 elk today, all called in, which is something we've never done before like this, so we're really excited to keep trying it and keep learning it. Weather's looking pretty good for tomorrow morning. Again, we might get a little bit of sunshine for the first time in a while, so we're looking forward to that and hoping for another great day elk hunting here in the mountains.
So it is September 14th, and this is my last full day of hunting here on this elk hunt. Mike has got, I believe, 2 more days to hunt after this, but this is my last day. Got a work trip, got to fly out for on Sunday. So it's really cold this morning, just a little bit over 20, we suppose. It's really got the elk quiet. They're not bugling, they're not talking. The ground is loud because everything's frozen, so we're just on the edge of this meadow. We've seen quite a few elk in here, quite a bit of elk sign. Mike is gonna drop back under the trees and call. I'm gonna sit kind of on the edge of this meadow, see what we see. Hopefully something comes in. If it's brown, it's down. Let's go.
Not coming home empty-handed on this trip. It's a Magnum.
That's the one we've been after.
Right where Micah is standing is where that spike was bedded. I don't know how many days ago when we first got to this spot. We were right up by that stump behind it. We never saw it. We've walked by here probably 3 or 4 times. I'm sure it's been sitting here the whole time. Nice little elk shed. It's amazing to find this at almost 11,000 feet. Well, folks, that's going to wrap up my elk hunt in Colorado for 2023. Had my opportunity and made a mistake, hit that branch and did not harvest that bull. Thankfully it was a clean miss, so I am grateful for that. So unfortunately going home with empty coolers. I've got to head out early tomorrow morning, got to make it back to work on Sunday. Mike has got a couple extra days to stay out here, so hopefully he gets it done and gets some more opportunities. But overall, combined, Mike and I have had over 100 days of elk hunting experience in the field through our lifetime, and we're still very much novice elk hunters. But I think it's safe to say for the both of us that over the last 11 days, we've learned more on this hunt in these 11 days than we have in the combined 90 other days total that we have been out in the field. So this has been an extraordinary hunt, and it is something that I will never ever forget. A lot of the lessons that we learned from this hunt will carry over into future hunts, so we'll only continue to improve and get better and better, and I hope you learn from our mistakes as well.
I'm solo from this point forward. I've got about 2 more days to hunt. Conditions are not ideal today. I do have a break in the weather this morning, so out here about to let out a bugle, do some calls, see if I see or hear anything. It's been pouring rain all day. About 20 minutes of light left. I got to a brand new spot. Literally just got out of the truck and heard some chuckling down below me. Not too crazy far away. So I'm gonna head down there and see if I can get on this bull yet tonight. No luck finding that bull. It just got dark super fast and I never heard him again, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what this new place brings tomorrow. Chilliest morning of the hunt so far. It froze hard last night after all that rain, but it's a beautiful clear day today. Listened for bugles for the first couple hours and just did not hear a thing. I'm up on this high point and I can hear a long ways, so not super confident in this spot and I don't have much time left. My plan for tonight is to sit in the exact same spot where I hit that bull over a week ago, hoping that maybe he's still in the area, maybe he'll come back through. But I think midday, I'm gonna head about half a mile from where that location is to a nice pinch point down in a creek bottom where Josh and I found about a week and a half ago. Just gonna sit there middle of the day for probably 5 or 6 hours, see if anything comes through. There's nice bedding all around. What we found is when they're bedded up high, sometimes they'll come down to the creek to get a drink middle of the day, and that's exactly where I'm gonna be set up. Well, that was cool. 28 yards.
Well, that's going to do it for today. Never ended up seeing any elk again. I do hear a bull bugling out in the meadow. Behind me, he just started just a little bit ago. Right at last light, he's bugled probably 5 times now, but no elk seen these last 2 days. Regardless, it's been an amazing trip. Like Josh said before, we've learned so much on this trip, just about elk hunting in general. We've been into elk almost every single day except the end here. And that's just helped us learn so much more than in previous years. We've really started to adopt some new methods of hunting, some better understanding of how elk maneuver through the landscape and how they communicate with one another during the rut. So I'm super excited about using that new knowledge next year. And once again, it's just been such an amazing trip. 13 days in the backcountry here in Colorado, archery elk hunting. It's as good as it gets, even though we came home with empty coolers. Still a phenomenal experience out here enjoying God's creation.